On today's menu, we're making pierogis. Is that how you even pronounce it? Anyways, we're gonna start off by making a dough, which is basically just flour, salt, melted butter, one singular egg, and some Greek yogurt. You want to combine those ingredients in a big ass bowl and mix it until it looks like this. And we're just gonna let our dough relax on the side while we work on our filling. A few potatoes that are riced up, a touch of butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, and a little bit of pepper. And that's pretty much it. All that's left to do is that a fucking bird? Anyways, it's now time to roll out our dough, okay? Now what we're looking for here is about 1/8 of an inch thickness, I think. Cut out a piece of it and throw the filling into the middle. Fold it into a moon shape like this. Let's go, my first pierogi! Rinse and repeat. And we're just gonna cook these in some salted boiling water. Once they float to the top, we're gonna take them out and quickly saute them in some butter because we want that color. Ooh. Plate it, eat it with whatever you want. Okay, your life, your choice, but don't forget the parsley! In other news, have you guys heard? Jeff Bezos is a trillionaire. What? All I have to say is welcome to the club. On today's menu, we're making a healthy Cajun shrimp dinner. First off, get yourself some jumbo shrimp that's already depupified like this. We're gonna take that and combine it with your favorite Creole seasoning, give it a good mix and let it vibe on the side. And now it is time to cut our vegetables. I don't think it matters what kind of vegetables you use, but today I'm using a zucchini, a squash which I've never had before in my entire life, and lastly, one red bell pepper. My doctor said that if I eat vegetables, I can grow like 2 more inches. Like what? Why would I even need that? I'm already 6'5". Anyways, throw in some Cajun sausage into the mix along with some olive oil and salt and give it one last thorough mix before transferring it to an air fryer compartment like this. Okay, cool. Throw into the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. Shake it halfway through and ooh, plate it and add some parsley. This is shrimp a la Cajun paired together with a truffle hot sauce with an assortment of hand-picked vegetables from our garden. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. We have not made Asian food in a while, so today we're gonna make some wonton soup. In a big ass bowl, we're gonna combine some minced shrimp, garlic, and green onions, and we're just gonna season that with soy sauce, sesame oil, oyster sauce, some grated ginger, and chill! Pause. Give that a really good mix, and that's pretty much it. Okay, cool. Now it's time to wrap them. Boom, circular dumpling wrappers. A little bit of that shrimp gets put right in the middle. Fold it into a half moon shape, then connect the ends. And yeah, that's basically how I wrapped it. Ooh, oh yeah, my own mother was talking shit about my wrapping skills, so she took over. Anyways, once you're done wrapping, we are gonna start on our soup. In a big ass pot, saute some garlic and ginger until it's fragrant, and then proceed to add chicken broth and water. Once our broth achieves a boil, we're gonna throw in our veggies, a little bit of miso paste, and for the finale, toss in the wontons. The thing is, the recipe says to cook for 2 minutes. Huh? 2 minutes? I'm cooking it for 10. You can do whatever you want though, just add parsley! I know you guys have heard about the George Floyd case, so please help out in whichever way that you can. On today's menu, we're making a Philly cheesesteak. The first thing that we're gonna do is get ourselves some ribeye steak, and we're gonna cut that into slices, okay? Very thin, like this. Moving on, slice up 1 yellow onion. Now, ever since I was a young little boy, I always wondered who eats raw onion. Ugh. You can literally caramelize it with salt, oil, and on low heat. For example, like this. Now, this process will take very long, up to 1 hour. We're gonna multitask and work on our bread, okay? Soften butter with a little bit of garlic, and just spread that all over a hoagie roll, or whichever roll of bread that you have. We're gonna toast it up on a pan. Ooh, okay, back to our onions. Once they're caramelized, take it out, and now it's time to work on our steak, which we're gonna cook on a very high heat. Look at all that seasoning. JK, we're gonna season it with salt and pepper. We're literally doing the bare minimum on the seasoning today. Throw in our onions and then top it off with some provolone circle cheese. Boom, straight into our toasted buns. And the most important ingredient, parsley! By the way, has anyone heard of the murder hornets? What? Come on, I just hope they don't get my ex that lives at 123 Main Street on the 2nd floor, 3rd building. Hear ye, today we will be making a spinach dip. First things first, get yourself some spinach, and I'm using the one by Popeye. By the way, have you guys seen his forearms? Huh? You can't tell me that he doesn't have an addiction to beating his meat. Moving on, we're gonna saute our garlic and spinach until it's fully cooked. And once it looks like this, take it out and let it cool down before handling it. You basically want to cut it down into smaller pieces so that it's easier to eat. Does it really matter what size you cut it into? Nope, just make it smaller. In a big bowl, we're gonna mix together the spinach, sour cream, cream cheese, a little bit of salt, pepper, and Parmesan cheese. Mix it up really good, and if it starts looking like baby food, you're on the right track. Moving on, we're gonna transfer this mixture onto a cast iron pan and top it off with some mozzarella. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bake in the oven for about 20 minutes, and at the end, you want to broil it. Wait for it. Are you kidding me? Parsley! Men lie and women lie, but the cheese pull never lies. Man, watching this footage pisses me off because that piece of cheese got a stain on my new shirt. First things first, we're gonna get ourselves some chicken thighs and pound them very thin. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Moving on, we're gonna set up a 3-bowl breading station, okay? The first bowl being flour, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, a little of salt. Bowl number 2 will have 1 singular egg and a hot sauce of your choice. It can be tapatio. Is that a helicopter? Anyways, the last bowl is just gonna be some panko breadcrumbs. And really, the only thing that's left to do is to bread our chicken. And make sure you do a good job, okay? The last thing you want is a chicken katsu with the bald spot. Let the chicken vibe on the side while we heat up some oil in a pan. And just fry the chicken for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Or until the internal temperature of the chicken reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Toast up a couple buttered brioche breads. And you're supposed to spread some mayo on it, but I did not have any, so I'm just using fry sauce instead. Assemble your sandwich. And just cut out the crust so that the sandwich can look nice and pretty. Ooh, add some parsley. Okay, now you guys might call this sandwich ugly, but she is very beautiful to me. On another note, can somebody tell me how to stop allergies? Because this shit is whooping my ass. According to today's menu, we're making elote. The first thing that you want to do is to get yourself some corn. I opened it and I realized that somebody cut off the tip of my corn? Why would you cut the corn? I like it when it's pointy. Anyways, we're gonna remove the husk and the little hairs until the corn is nice and clean like this. Give them a little wash and we're gonna throw them into some boiling water. I think for like 5 minutes. And corn cooks really fast, so once they're done, take it out. And just wait for them to cool down, okay? Once they're cool, we're gonna take some to-go chopsticks and just take out all of your frustrations out on the corn, alright? Stab it! Moving on, we're gonna brush our corn with some butter as well as some mayonnaise, and remember to put a lot, okay? This is not the right time to be shy. Finish it off with some cotija cheese, and that's pretty much it. Now this is pretty much the most basic version, all right? I like this one, but you can add like chili powder or tapatio. The best way is to eat it with a lot of ketchup. Ah, hell no! Yeah, I mean, maybe add some more cheese, some lime, cilantro. It really is up to you. All I know is tengo elote muy delicioso. Esta chinito habla español muy bien? Sí o sí? You're telling me the fair is canceled this year? I mean, I wasn't gonna go anyways, but I want some deep fried Oreos. You know what? Let's just make them. Okay, now in a big ass bowl, we're gonna combine flour, sugar, baking powder, and a little bit of salt. Mix that up, and now we're gonna add our wet ingredients, okay? A little bit of almond milk, 1 singular egg, and a touch of vegetable oil. And that is how you make pancake mix from scratch, okay? We're missing 1 key ingredient though, alright? And that's some Oreos. Once you have your cookie and pancake mix, it's time to go. Take your cookie and dunk it into the batter, and then throw it straight into the hot oil. Bloop. Also, these cook hella fast, about 2 minutes or until they're golden brown like this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, take them out, let them vibe on the side for a little bit, and repeat for how many cookies that you want to eat. I mean, look at all these Oreos. You literally have enough to eat until you pass out. Plate it, add some parsley, and that is pretty much it. Okay, but what I did though was I ate these while listening to sounds of roller coasters, and no joke, it actually felt like I was at the fair. This is DIY virtual reality. What I'm about to tell you is the top secret hack to make the best Chipotle super nachos, okay? Check it out. First off, make yourself a burrito bowl, double steak of course. And we're just gonna skip out on the rice because it does not belong in nachos. We're gonna go straight to the black beans and the fresh tomato salsa, and as well as some sour cream and cheese. Skip all the way to the guac, okay? The most important part. Lastly, get yourself some chips and queso, and we're done. Once you have your Chipotle order, get yourself a nice big plate. Throw your chips on there and try to make it look as presentable as you can. Moving on, we're gonna pour our queso all over our chips. Don't you dare waste a single droplet of queso, okay? Scoop your burrito bowl mixture and put it right on top. Then we're gonna add our guac, and you can add as much as you like. I like the whole container. And lastly, we're gonna add cilantro. And that's pretty much it. This Chipotle hack is easy. The taste? It's the most beautiful thing I've ever tasted in my life. On today's menu, I attempt to make Rice Krispie treats, and it is not the special kind, okay? The last time I ate one of those, I slept at nighttime, and when I woke up, it was still nighttime because I slept for 20 hours. I'm still traumatized. Anyways, we're gonna start off by melting some butter and marshmallows until it looks like this. Take it off the stove and add a little bit of salt and vanilla extract. Mix it until combined, and now it's time to add our cereal. I'm using Fruity Pebbles and a bootleg Rice Krispie cereal. Feel free to use any cereal that you want, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Literally any cereal besides Raisin Bran. Anyways, mix in your cereal and add in some marshmallows. Remember to mix it very slowly, unless you want your treats to have the consistency of a brick. Once everything is mixed in, we're gonna transfer it onto a baking tray like so. And all we have to do now is let it vibe in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Take it out and cut it into rectangle or squares. And let's go! It does not look healthy at all. I mean, seriously, it's just a lot of fat, a lot of sugar. This is something that we have to think about. I didn't say you can't eat it. Just think about it and then eat it. chocolate crinkle cookies. That's what we're making today. In a gigantic bowl, get yourself some flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and a little bit of salt. Give that a mix and let it vibe on the side while we work on our wet ingredients. 1 stick of butter that's supposed to be softened, but I don't have that type of time, so I just microwaved it. Add in your white and brown sugar and mix it until it kind of looks like a frappuccino. Bloop bloop. 2 eggs, some vanilla extract, and at this point, we are gonna combine our 2 bowls together. When it's all said and done, you should get something that looks like this. Wait, why the fuck did I... Don't forget to give it a little taste for quality control. Anyways, I just refrigerated the dough and I came back whenever I was craving cookies, aka nighttime for some reason. Take your dough and roll it into a golf ball size like so, and then coat the outsides in regular sugar and then powdered sugar. Ooh, I mean, talk about a good way to get diabetes. Proceed to bake the cookies for about 11 minutes, and that's pretty much it. This baking shit is easy. Did you guys hear that SpongeBob just came out? When I saw that tweet, I was like, I fucking knew it, dude. Oh yeah, back to the cookies. 10 out of 10, really good. On today's menu, we're making chicken wings in an air fryer. Start off with 1 whole chicken wing and we're gonna separate it like that. Or you can just buy them pre-cut, toss them into a big ass bowl, and we're just gonna drizzle the smallest amount of avocado oil in there. What we're looking for here is basically a good amount of lubrication on the outside, and we're just gonna season it with garlic salt and lemon pepper seasoning. By the way, this is not my recipe, so do not come at me. And for absolutely no reason at all, I will be adding garlic powder because I just add it to everything. Okay, I don't even know why. Once your chicken wings are seasoned, we're gonna get the air fryer that I got for 40% off. Let's go, baby! Listen, if your air fryer does not have at least a 6-quart capacity, you're a little kid to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead. Load up your air fryer and we're just gonna cook it at 400 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. I kind of like my wings burnt, so I did 25. Oh yeah, and do not forget to flip it halfway through. After 25 minutes, we came out with this. What? Parsley! And that's pretty much it. Listen, I'm a proud owner of an air fryer with a 6-quart capacity at only the age of 21. What? This is what success looks like. On today's menu, we're making vegan cauliflower barbecue wings. We're gonna get ourselves some cauliflower and turn them into bite-sized pieces like this. Let them just vibe on the side while we set up a 2-bowl breading station. The first bowl is going to be our batter, okay? Water, flour, onion powder, garlic powder, and a dab of salt. Mix that until it's very smooth. And in our second bowl, we're just gonna throw in some breadcrumbs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All that's really left to do is to bread it and put it into a baking tray with parchment paper. You can't tell me that wasn't sick. Throw them into the oven at 450 degrees for 25 minutes. And don't forget to flip it halfway through, okay? Take it out and we're gonna cover each cauliflower with some barbecue sauce. Apparently this one's vegan, alright? But do your own research. The last thing you want is a guy on the internet to ruin your 18-year vegan streak, okay? I'm not responsible. Bake them for another 15 minutes. Plate it, add some parsley. I always hear people say that cauliflower wings taste just like chicken. And I would just be like, damn, your taste buds are that damaged? But after trying it for myself, it kind of tastes like chicken, like 50%. Have you guys ever seen mukbangers eat that stretchy cheese? Because whenever I see that, I'm always like, the things that I would do just for 1 bite. So today, we're gonna try to make it. We're gonna start off by peeling some Yukon Gold potatoes and cut them into small chunks so that they can cook a lot faster. Let them vibe in a small pot and pour enough cold water to cover them completely, along with a lot of kosher salt. Once it reaches a boil, we're gonna lower the heat and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Drain out the water, and using a potato ricer, we're gonna squish the potatoes back into the pot. Ooh, this reminds me of pimple popping. Now throw in your garlic, butter, heavy whipping cream, along with about half of your Gruyere and mozzarella cheese. You want to mix it until your cheese completely melts. And once that happens, throw in the rest of your cheese and keep mixing. Wait for it. Now it might look a little bit chunky, but that's actually the lighting and reflection in my... Add some parsley. I ate this with some Korean fried chicken and it was actually insane. Oh yeah, don't forget to get your dad or your single mom a Father's Day gift and make it meaningful too. For example, I got my dad a subscription to a premium snap. Wait, huh? Oh shit. Hey guys, today we're gonna be making onion rings. In a big bowl, get yourself some flour, paprika, and garlic powder. I accidentally put in onion powder as well, but I don't think it made a difference, honestly. Throw in a little bit of pepper, salt, and our secret ingredient, which is going to be some beer. But what if I'm not 21? Ah, I remember those good old days. You can just use any other carbonated drink. Mix it until it's smooth. This is me giving beer one last try, and it still tastes like piss. And the worst part is some people will actually sit there and tell you that it tastes good. Huh? Pinocchio, is that you? Anyways, we're gonna cut up our onions into rings like so and lightly flour them to draw out any remaining moisture. And that's pretty much it. Take your onion, dip it into the batter, and then fry it in some hot oil until it's golden brown. Ooh! Take it out, and from this point, you can literally use whatever seasoning you want to top it off. For example, I use Lowry seasoning salt, but you can use like garlic powder, parsley. This cooking shit is easy. Now, do I recommend you make this? Yeah. If you don't live next to a Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, Burger King, Yard House, and Arby's,